This is Man Culture on the Skids, and today we're doing beer can chicken, folks. I can't wait to show you this recipe. My man Fredo here has a nice recipe to, yeah, just cut that out. We're back. As you guys know, we've been going through a pandemic. We decided to hold off a little bit recording these episodes, but we decided to jump in with a simple recipe. This beer can chicken is a simple recipe. Alfredo, why do you call this a beer can chicken?
Well, simple enough. There's a can that goes in the cavity of the chicken. You stand it up on that can, and it used to be that just people put a full beer in there. We're gonna do a little different recipe. I've actually worked on this over and over, and I think I kind of found the way that it works the best.
What does the beer can, stuffing it in the cavity, do? You open it, stuff it in there, what does that do to it?
Yeah, well, we'll do a variation of that, but we also add some herbs. We'll go over that. We add some garlic, and then we add some lemon. The idea is that the bouquet of herbs is going to obviously give the chicken a good flavor, but the beer in the can itself, the can will actually, since it's aluminum, it will cook the chicken from the inside out. As well, we're going to get some smoke that goes around the chicken, and we'll get a nice glaze, and we'll show you how we prepare that for the glaze. So the beer and the lemon are also going to steam inside of the can and inside of the chicken. That steam will make the chicken moist. It will also, some of that steam will escape through the top of the chicken, and then we also put some water inside of the smoker to even give it more moisture.
Now you don't want to use like an IPA or double IPA. You want to use a very neutral beer.
Yeah, I mean, for this we're gonna use good old Miller Lite. That's my preferred light beer if I'm drinking a light beer.
Why is it in a bottle? What are we gonna do? What's going on there?
Well, I couldn't find it in a can.
Okay.
Okay. That wasn't a 16-ounce can at least. So what we did is we have an empty beer can here, which we washed out, rinsed, and then we're gonna put this beer in there along with the lemon, and you don't want to use any. First of all, if you use an expensive beer, it's kind of a waste. All you're trying to do is create some steam, and you do want some of that flavor of the malt. The barley, some of that hop that's in there. Yeah, it actually does work really well. But if you're using one of these really hop heavy beers, you might actually end up with something that's more bitter. It's hard to control that, and I just think, I've even done an orange soda at one time. Just to try it out, and that's where I found that the citrus works really well. The reason I don't like the orange soda is because of the sugar. It just kind of gives it a little too sweet of a taste.
Right. All right. So the spices are for the rub, lemon, bouquet, beer for the cavity.
Correct.
What's the next step here?
So now we're gonna make what I do, and again, I've done. This is gonna be a wet rub. I've done the dry rubs. I think the wet rub just really helps give you that nice glaze that you're looking for. So the first thing we're gonna do, I like Dijon mustard. You can use any mustard.
Quarter cup?
Yeah, we're gonna do half a cup. And obviously we do half a cup. It looks like a lot of mustard, but it's not all gonna get on there. You just want to make sure that you have enough to cover.
How many pounds is this chicken? What size do you recommend? Like a 3, 4, 5 pounder?
Yeah, this one's about a 4-pounder.
Okay.
I go with the organic chicken, I think the taste is just that much better.
I agree.
But yeah, and also too, if you get a the smaller chicken, you're gonna have smaller or shorter cook times. It's easier to dry them out.
Yeah.
So go big on the chicken, and you'll have leftovers or whatever. But yeah, I think it's a good way to not dry it out. So we do our mustard. We'll do 1 teaspoon of paprika. One teaspoon garlic powder.
You're funny. You still put the thing on it. I mean, I'm in there with the teaspoon all the time. I just throw it out.
I do it because my wife will use it, and then she just dumped the whole thing. So
Well, my wife doesn't cook, so
Okay.
it's.
We want about half a teaspoon of chili powder. And again, if you don't like that much spice, then use less. We're gonna use this is gonna be a 1/4 teaspoon
Oh, the cayenne.
of cayenne.
If you want more heat, you can add more, right?
Yeah. I mean, again, it's this is what I find everyone kind of likes. So
A good balance.
good balance. We're gonna do a 1/4 teaspoon of cumin, and cumin is very powerful.
I love cumin. It reminds me of home. My grandmother's cooking.
Yeah, definitely in the valley for sure. We want about I'd say half a tablespoon of salt. I'm just doing it in the tablespoon since I don't want to grind it all over the place.
So fresh ground salt. It's a secret to this recipe, right?
You do whatever salt you got. That's good enough. I like the sea salt myself. And then same thing with the pepper. We'll do half a teaspoon. And for the sake of measuring, we're using the tablespoon. Sorry, not teaspoon. We'll use
So half tablespoon.
half tablespoon.
And for the record, fresh ground pepper is definitely the way to go if you got it.
Yeah, for sure. All right.
So that's it for the rub.
Yeah.
I don't think you missed. I think we got everything. Yeah.
Yeah, we got everything.
So you want to get a good mixture, all the dry spice with the Dijon mustard, like a paste almost. See what we got there. And I think, Alfredo, I guess what you're going to do is kind of apply it and evenly distribute it onto this.
Yeah,
Beautiful bird.
and I'll get the beer ready as well. So,
Do you cut the top off, or are you just gonna?
no,
Okay.
I just leave it like that. So it just doesn't evaporate as fast. And I fill up half the can. Again, what you don't want is it just spilling all over the place, and I mean you're wasting what's going to make your steam, right? So half a can is good.
I'll take that.
All right.
Thank you. I'm out.
And then we get lemon. And this is another thing I found out, found out the hard way, that if you try to put the whole pieces of lemon in there, it usually it ends up clogging up the inside of the chicken so that steam doesn't come out this way.
I think that's probably what went wrong with my beer can chicken. I've been asking Alfredo to show me this recipe because a couple times I've tried a beer can chicken and it sucked. So his always looked so good, turned out so well. I thought I'd do this episode and at the same time learn how to make a beer can chicken myself.
And again, this has just been trial and error, and I found that doing it this way is the best way to keep the rub on there is to do a wet rub. All right, so now we got our wet rub done. Next thing you want to do is get your thyme, your rosemary, and your sage. And again, you don't want to do too much in there because you will.
So about maybe two or three sprigs of each.
Yeah, I'm doing 1 sprig of rosemary because this rosemary is pretty big. About 4 tiny sprigs of thyme, and then a nice little bunch of sage. So what I do is I get it down the sides. Usually it just comes up. Okay, so we get all our stuff, all our herbs, stuff them all the way in there.
All right, freestyle, I get it. All the way up to the top.
Yep. Now we're gonna put in our lemon. And the lemon, just try to stick it on the sides, not to clog, because the herbs, you know, the steam, the steam, they'll wilt and the steam can still get out. So, you know, do the lemon kind of on the sides so it won't clog stuff up. And if you want to get me a clove of garlic, we'll stick that in
I don't like garlic.
you don't like that?
Just one?
Yeah.
Is
You
that
can leave it with the peel and all that. That's good. This is just for more aromatic. We're not gonna use that. All right. Now we're putting the chicken on the can. There we go. And there he is.
There he is.
Nice, and I don't think he's too happy about having that in his butt, but you know.
And that's another term I've heard, beer butt chicken.
Yep.
I prefer the term beer can, but I've heard beer butt before.
I think the first time I heard of this being done, it was a beer butt.
Putting some wood chips in there. You see that smoke? We want to get initially put the chicken on there. We want to get some of that smoke flavor. See the water reservoir retention there. Just provide a little bit of moisture for the chicken as well.
So what we want is indirect heat, obviously. So I know that looks like a lot of fire. We're gonna shut down all the dampers so we keep that smoke in there. Since it's Houston and it's almost September, it's already like 110 degrees out here. So our smoker just jumped up to 500 degrees. So we don't want that. So I'm gonna shut everything down.
Alfredo, what does the dampers, shutting down the dampers, closing, what are you doing?
Well, we want the temperature to stay low, so obviously if there's more air in there, the fire burns hotter. So by closing the dampers, we're giving it less air, and as you can see, see now we've got a lot of smoke kind of circulating inside of the smoker. So yeah, so already the temperature's gone down, 100 degrees just by doing that. And we're just gonna leave it in there for 3.5 hours, and then we should be good to go. All right.
I like how HEB has trimmed off that part of the. We're letting it rest now. We just pulled it off the smoker. We had a torrential downpour, which kind of cooled off the smoker, but it looks like it was a nice little cook on it. So we let it rest, and I think with about 15-20 minutes of rest, it'll get up to temp. We're at 160 right now. Optimally, I mean, typically you like to cook chicken to about 165, but take it off, you let it rest, and it'll be perfect, juicy. We wrapped it, we let it sit for about 20 minutes. We're about to unwrap it and cut it. So the smell is fantastic. The crust, this is not burning, it might be dark, but the rub that we put on it, the wet rub with the mustard and all the dry spices, it smells fantastic. I can't wait to cut into this Alfredo. Don't forget, there's a garlic there. We still got some of these herbs.
Get all this stuff out of here.
We still got a can in there. Oh yeah.
Oh, it poked out.
Oh, wow. I wish you guys could smell this. It's fantastic. So Alfredo, what are you doing here? Are you prepping, are you gonna cut it? What are you looking to do here?
Yeah, I'm gonna cut it. We'll probably just go right here on the breastbone.
Oh, right. Oh, look at that, guys. Holy smokes.
So, there you go.
Look at that. Look at how juicy this is. Look at the oh, Alfredo, this is amazing. Let me try that. Oh man. Alfredo, you need to cut in there. Can I get some to the cameraman over here? You know how he loves chicken.
Yeah.
Alfredo, this is fantastic.
Yeah.
Very good.
It is out. I mean, it's got the smoky flavor through it. The breast isn't dry.
Very moist.
Very moist. I'm gonna have to. I can't wait till we post this video so I can make this chicken for my family.
Yeah, man.
It's outstanding. You're gonna have to cut me another piece though because it's really good.
Here, let's get some
Thigh and leg. Get some brown meat.
Sorry, I should laugh. Be quiet.
The skin. Oh man. This is outstanding. I can't wait to see this video. I hope you guys will make this recipe because it is delicious. It's juicy. The breast. This is always a challenge is keeping that breast moist, and that has got to be the best looking breast, best looking breast that I've seen on a chicken in a long time. It is fantastic. Thank you, Alfredo.
So there you go.
I hope you liked this episode of Man Culture on the Skids, Beer Can Chicken episode. Be sure to like the video, subscribe, get the alerts. We're going to be doing more of these episodes, so be looking out for them. The recipe we're going to put in the comments section. If you have any recommendations, anything you like the beer, you like the chicken, you want to see want us to try a recipe, put in the comments. We'll be glad to try it out and react to them as well. Thank you guys.
Thanks.